I really want you guys to remember the thing that Ken says all the time. It's not that you lack the resources, you lack being resourceful, right? So with all the things that I'm going to show you, I'm going to really break it down into a very simplified manner so you guys can become resourceful, whatever means necessary, and leave here implementing everything that I'm going to teach you guys, okay? So our business model is extremely simple. We create a sales page, and here's two different variations that I'll go through. And the sales page goes into what we call an ascension model, which basically just sells you more shit at the end of the day, right? So this is two different variations. One is with Justin. We take people through a presentation that Justin has, and that's called a video sales letter or a webinar. And then after that, you ascend into coaching, consulting, more products, more offers, more things like that. And then with Kent, this is an example of just like a free plus shipping. Who here has a book? My boy. All right, you guys should get a book, or you can create a book very, very simply, just like we did with Kent. And then you guys can give it away, basically free, just pay $4.95 for shipping and handling, and then that can kind of start your ascension model, right? It also is a great way for yourself to get promoted, branded, and things like that. You guys got to be thinking about building a bigger brand. I talked to so many people yesterday. They were like, oh, well, you know, I already work with people in the commercial space, and I already have connections. You're obviously here because you need more. If not, like, we would all be just kind of like sitting in a beach, right? The reality is that the more you grow your brand, the more opportunities are going to come to you. The more that opportunities are going to come to you, the more you're going to be able to generate revenue and really get yourself out of the business. You'll be able to hire people properly. You'll be able to put the marketing systems and processes in the right way so you can actually have a little bit more time to focus on new ventures, to focus on continuing to scale and whatever your unique ability is. It's very, very simple, okay? The structure that you guys can follow in any kind of capacity is this. You have an ascension-based offer, which just means you're having upsells. Someone buys something, and then there's more upsells, which I'm sure every single person here has bought something, and then immediately you get sent to something else that basically sells you more stuff, right? You can do it with physical products, you can do it with digital products, you can do it with software, you can do it with coaching. These are just a few examples, but it's very, very simple to be able to implement this inside of your business. Now, the three key focuses that you need inside of your funnel is you need a video sales letter, right? A lot of people here are afraid to be on camera, and so that stops them. They go, oh, no, I don't want to do that. That's not me. I'm a behind-the-scenes guy. If you have a business, you're not a behind-the-scenes guy. You're the front face of your business. If you don't want to be the front face of your business, then you can easily go hire somebody to go speak for you, go hire or have an employee kind of like say this for you, and you can speak over them and have a little picture of you, so technically it kind of like releases the whole fact of you being a little bit afraid to jump on camera. But at the end of the day, guys, the more you get used to this kind of conversation, the more people get to see you as a brand and a persona in your space, the more it's going to work out to your benefit. At the end of the day, my businesses can go away tomorrow. I really am at the fact knowing now that like my businesses can leave and I can go start another business probably within 30 days. I can get it at 30K. In 90 days, I can get doing $100,000 a month just because I've built a personal brand, okay? So you guys have the exact same capabilities. It's not going to take 30 to 90 days, or it could, but you have the same capabilities because there's nothing special about me. If anything, I kind of look like a douche. I have a douchey car. I have a bunch of tattoos. Most people would be like, I don't kind of like that guy. But then they see me speak and they see me talk and they know that I'm smart in my topic, and it kind of like, you know, erases that whole conversation, that whole perception of me. The other thing that I want you guys to understand is this isn't magic. I see a lot of people come in and speak and different things like that, and everything they do is like tell you the good things that happened. A lot of times, this is not going to work. Truthfully, when you launch something, the odds of it just like hitting are pretty small. So you have to be patient. The same way that you've been patient growing your business and every other asset is the same way that you're going to be able to put the time and effort into this so this can start to grow. So these are some things that we did with Kent. We tried a USB offer and it really didn't do anything. We tried a few different offers and they just were not connecting. It wasn't really the thing that the people wanted, right? And so we really kind of like dug deep and said, okay, what is it? We looked at the ads, we looked at the comments, and then we saw that the reality is People just wanted something very, very simple, and we were overcomplicating it. We were giving way too much information, and it created kind of like a paralysis from people wanting to be, like, basically people were getting a little confused. And so to erase the confusion, we switched things up to this. This is very, very simple. It's a simple page. You can go get this done at Fiverr.com. It's just a page with Kent's face. We tell you what it is. It's a book. It's about reverse wholesaling. That is it. You don't get anything else, but it's so spot on, it's so specific that people resonate with it. People understand it, and then people get excited, and they go, okay, so this is what I need to get, like, my first step. This is a book from a prominent guy in the space. I'm going to get it. Boom. And that's what kind of like starts our ascension, okay? So this is the kind of stuff that you guys need to be implementing. Very simple. Simplicity is key. A lot of times with our marketing, we do a lot of different marketing. We do a lot of testing, and we kind of like really geek out on this, but we realize that the ugly, simple stuff that you kind of think that you wouldn't buy is actually the simplest thing to your market. So always put yourself in the position of your market, not yourself, because you are more advanced in that particular space, right? You have to kind of simplify things down for people, like Billie Jean said, to a 5th grade level, so people can understand exactly what it is. You got to talk to people at a 5th grade level because they'll understand exactly what you need to be doing. So on an advertising level, this is where it's going to start to get fun. We use all of these platforms, okay? Facebook and Instagram are predominantly where we like to spend the majority of our time. We do stuff on all the other ones as well. I know a lot of you guys are probably doing some stuff already on Google and different things like that. So being able to add the other ones is very, very simple for you guys. But for us, we start with Facebook because it's the cheapest for us. It's easy to test, and we can iterate quickly. And obviously, Facebook owns Instagram, so we're able to actually just use that as a cross-channel platform. And then I'm going to show you guys here in a few examples how we actually like move that into creating this whole omnipresence campaign that we call perpetual propaganda. So these are the ads. This is an example for a partner of mine, Steve Weatherford. This is an ad that we created. We kind of like shot it. It's kind of cool. He's got like an angel and a devil. He's talking about gut health and different things like that. But we used one ad, one creative, right? We basically chopped it up into 5 different ads, 5 different sequences, 5 different segments off of one little piece of content. You guys are probably able to create little things like this with a cell phone. I mean, we do a lot of stuff with the cell phone. Look at Billie Jean's ad yesterday. I think you could only see his forehead. It was an actual horrible ad, and it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, he was getting the message across to the right audience, and it was extremely simple. And if you guys see his marketing, the guy literally says, hey, go buy my shit. Like, he actually says, just go buy my shit. And it works, right? Because it's so simple. It's so simplified for people, and he's done such a good job at explaining and being a persona to you and like really breaking down the fourth wall and addressing you directly that you are already a part of the conversation. You already know what's going on. You just want to take the next step. So that's why he can get away with saying, buy my shit. But it's the same thing with you guys. You guys are trying to hide a lot of times yourselves or the problem or the situation and trying to overcomplicate it. But if you simplify everything and take a step back, it'll be a lot easier for you guys to actually be able to get more traffic, more leads, more sales for all of your stuff as well. If you guys can't shoot videos, because like I said, there's a lot of people here that say, oh, I don't want to shoot videos, it's all good. The other way that you can do it is just using images. So anybody can go to Fiverr, 10 bucks, Upwork. These are all websites that will just create images for you, and then you can repurpose and rechop the content. And it's very little pieces of copy. We're not writing a whole letter over here. We're basically just kind of telling you what it is. I mean, we have very simple image of Kent's picture, you know, and images, basically creating variations of that. Kent in his backyard, little USBs, kind of like rechopping the same thing over and over and over again, because that allows us to test out different creative. When we test out different creative is really when you guys are going to see the success. Don't be married to an image. Don't be married to like one specific thing. You need to be married to the result and the data that you get, not like how pretty the ad is or how it looks, because you're not really sure how it's going to convert. You might have a good idea, and at certain points you might be like, okay, I know that this works, this works, this works. But at the beginning, you can try everything, and you should try any and everything, because the more people see you, the more exposure you're going to get,